How do you know it's time to fold and seek a different career for now and maybe come back to lambs later? And for me, and especially what led into me exploring a career pivot, was I was becoming chronically sick and in pain. And for me, a lot of my stuff was adult onset, so things that I had never dealt with before that were new and overwhelming to me, and very much triggered by extreme stress. So if you're in a position where that is happening to you, that is a sign that you need to take a break and that maybe you need to either leave the field or leave your job or some combination of the two. Basically, you need to change your situation. Next one is when you're miserable and the job or field rarely makes you happy. And this is a bit of a dichotomy because so many of us who are working in the lamb field, we got into it because we love it so much. And so as we have these experiences, and for me, when I became upset and depressed and frustrated and angry about some of the stuff going on in the field, it was a sign to me that it was time to take a break or time to get out. That is not the way we should be feeling about our jobs, especially a job that many of us chose because we loved it. So it's a bit like a relationship in terms of it needs to be a healthy relationship. And if it's not treating you well, if the job or the field is not valuing you, if it's a toxic, manipulative relationship, then it's time for you to take a break. And that might look like doing a career pivot. That might look like taking some short-term disability from your job. That might look like quitting your job and finding a different sort of lamb job. Any of those are options. And I encourage you to explore how to change your situation so that you don't become even more miserable, sick, or in pain. And that's all to say that when you've reached a limit you set for yourself. So as you think about this, how long do you want to endure some of those things, basically? For example, if you're in a job that is not paying you your worth, then how long do you want to be in that situation? Do you want to give them a year or two to bounce back financially and see if they do right by you? Maybe that's the decision you make. Or is it 6 months for your coworker or boss to get their act together before you're done with their stuff and you're going to move on? Or if you're unemployed or underemployed, maybe it's a limit of, okay, I'm going to give myself 6 months, 12 months, 2 years to try and find a lamb job. And if I don't, then I will pivot to something else. So it's going to look different for each of you, but those are some things that indicate that it's time to take a break, to leave, even if you do come back or just change organizations. It's time to change the situation that you're in.